The outbreak of World War I in 1914 was a culmination of several long-term factors that had been brewing for decades. Historians often point to four main causes: militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. These factors created a volatile environment in Europe, where tensions were high and the potential for conflict was ever present. Militarism, the belief that a nation should maintain a strong military to protect its interests, was a driving force behind the war. European powers engaged in an arms race, building up their armies and navies in a bid to outdo each other. This competition created a climate of fear and suspicion, as each nation felt threatened by the growing power of its neighbors. The complex web of alliances that existed in Europe also played a significant role in escalating the conflict. Two main alliances emerged: the Triple Entente, which included France, Russia, and Great Britain, and the Triple Alliance, which consisted of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. These alliances were intended to deter aggression, but they had the unintended consequence of drawing nations into a war that they might not have otherwise joined. Imperialism, the practice of expanding a nation's power and influence through colonization, was another major factor contributing to the war. European powers competed for colonies in Africa and Asia, leading to conflicts and rivalries. Germany, in particular, sought to build an empire to rival those of Britain and France, which fueled tensions between the nations. Nationalism, the belief in the superiority of one's nation, also played a role in the outbreak of war. Nationalist sentiments were strong in many European countries, particularly in the Balkans, where ethnic tensions were high. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, in Sarajevo on June 28, 1914, is often cited as the spark that ignited World War I. However, the war was not simply a result of this one event. It was the culmination of a series of complex factors that had been brewing for decades. Europe in the early 20th century was a powder keg of tensions. The continent was divided into two rival alliance systems. Germany, having unified in 1871, had become a dominant power in Central Europe. Its growing strength led to a series of alliances that created a complex web of commitments. Austria-Hungary, blaming Serbia for the attack, demanded harsh concessions. Russia, a protector of Serbia, mobilized its troops in support. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, pledged its support, giving Austria-Hungary a blank check to act. This series of events quickly escalated into a full-blown war. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. Russia's support for Serbia brought France into the conflict. Germany declared war on Russia on August 1st and France on August 3rd. Germany's violation of Belgian neutrality, a key British concern, brought Britain into the war on August 4th. The outbreak of World War I was a complex event with multiple contributing factors. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the immediate trigger, but the underlying tensions, alliances, and nationalistic ambitions had been building for years. The war, which lasted from 1914 to 1918, resulted in unprecedented levels of death and destruction, leaving a lasting impact on the world. The outbreak of World War I was a complex event with multiple contributing factors. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the immediate trigger, but the underlying tensions, alliances, and nationalistic ambitions had been building for years. The war, which lasted from 1914 to 1918, resulted in unprecedented levels of death and destruction, leaving a lasting impact on the world.